Isis or Aset comes and says, I am Aset Isis, and no one has lifted my veil. Now what does the veil mean? A veil is something that everybody in the world is taught to think is one thing, but it's another. So what is the veil? The veil is evil. But what is evil? See what I'm saying? You thinking because it's evil, your ass is starting to stay away from the shit. But remember, these are some assholes up in here that's got this matrix and got you trapped in this jailhouse. So fuck what they think is evil. What they think is evil, it's got to be the prize. But it is evil. It is literally evil. But it's evil like AC, DC, yin and yang, negative, positive. It's negative, and it is chaos and destructive, but it's only destructive to the matrix. You must ponder with this shit. You got this is illumination when you get on top of this evil thing.
Yeah, right.
Because that's what you're scared about. Everybody in your subconscious mind right now, you scared about being evil.
Right.
And that's the test. Once you get on top of this evil thing, you have made it. You see what I'm saying? You have made the cut on pondering what it is. We're just talking about chaos force. You see what I'm saying? And this is what the gods, or you must have to become your divine self again. You see what I'm saying? Because that's what melanin is. It's chaos. So I got in a chair and automatically I felt reduced down to nothing. Bobby Hemmitt didn't mean shit. And right then I had reached the level of no self. And so the concept here is that no matter what we're driven in our lives to think that, you know, or it's all personal, you get all teary-eyed, you just think that you matter. In so many words, you don't matter whatsoever. We are nothing. I'm not talking about we are nothing based on the God, the great God, and I'm a wretch. I'm not talking about some old motherfucker that we are subordinate to. That motherfucker is subordinate. What I'm saying here is we. That's a subordinate motherfucker. We are nothing to our soul. Because the soul is real. This is nothing but a series of emanations coming from the soul. You see what I'm saying? A projection of ourselves. It's just like Neil was on the other side thinking all his little computer shit was real. But the real deal was sitting in some little damn incubator that never and it came alive and the other one ceased to exist. You understand where I'm coming from? So that's the concept on what the ancients was talking about, or this monster, which in fact is our souls. But we ain't shit. If you can get to that particular point, right now, you got it. When you reduce, and so some people call the house, they be crying. They'll call the house and the shit be fucked up and I'll go, it don't matter. It can be some real horrible hideous shit to their parents, to their children. It could be some major shit. And I go, it don't matter. Don't matter whatsoever. You know, somebody said, man, you know, what happened? You went from damn 2000, you went from a couple of years ago talking all the, all this romantic love aspect of the stuff I was talking about in the book, like love is a fire and stuff like that. They said you're just this cold entity. And I'm like, I'm dead now. I'm dead to everything on this particular realm and stuff like that. I said, it don't matter. So what I'm doing is reduced everything. If you can somehow reduce your life down to spittle, shit, then you pretty much conquer this damn stuff. So I said, oh, nothing matters. You know, nothing fucking matters. Not even tragedy. Now, that's the concept on what the ancient person believed about this entity of this Christos Christ force that was coming back. Was a monstrous entity, which is our souls, coming back to take back its existence. and set up its residency and ruling. And over the years, they pruned this thing down to be significant with the human condition, and the human condition ain't got shit to do with it. Now, why I'm saying this, because at this particular point, at this particular moment, we have to become those inhuman beings. And we have to start a record and a habit of becoming something other than ourselves, in which at this very moment we are mutating into. You see what I'm saying? So therefore we have to reduce all concept of what we think is important, because it is not. You see what I'm saying? It was just taking up occupation, occupying itself until its real self got here. Humanity likes to fancy itself as the Lord of creation, able, given, certain, sufficient, and time and effort can conquer any problem through application, logic, and creativity. Within the context of the Cthulhu mythos, that's our souls, these monsters being, however, this is received as a lie, a comforting disillusion or delusion of a fundamentally inadequate race. According to the mythos, not only are we intrinsically inferior to the older races of the galaxies, which is our souls, we are constitutionally and perhaps neurotically incapable of even acknowledging our own inferiority. And that's why the fucking damn religions came in to put the shit on lockdown, because religions are all based on how you humanly behave in result to God. And that's fundamentally inadequate. That shit don't even exist. Why the hell you think, if you go back to the Enuma Elish, the Rig Veda, the Book of the Dead, you go back to these ancient things, you see more monsters and more monsters and inhuman figures. But as you go on to the 2,000-year mark, around the time of the later time, which we call the end of BC and the beginning of AD, the Christian era, the shit becomes more humane in the context. The key here is this: what happened to those particular Titan beings and monstrous beings that the earlier races knew that one day would come back and retake the planet? They all was relegated into the realm of Satan and the devil. You see? And evil. That's what it, so it disappeared, but once the man ego started putting him at the center of the universe, he relegated the process of his soul. He relegated that to evil. But that's just your perception based on the way you talk. Who's to say that you ain't hideous? And my mother used to say shit like that, and I'd be like, this woman here is out of her damn mind. She said, you know, humans are very ugly motherfuckers. He got these big old bodies, too long legs, this little old head sitting on the top of some shoulders. I said, this goddamn woman here is out of her mind.